Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you step by step a full tutorial, like all the products you're going to need to get your hair just like this. So let me help you out. Right after this intro, let's jump right into it. So to make your lives easier, all of these products that I'm using in this hair video and other hair videos, they are all going to be linked in my Stan store, which is basically stan.store/DIY with bucks. If you guys do not know what I just said, go back to the intro at the bottom of the screen. It shows you the exact link. It's also in my YouTube bio. So yeah, basically all of these products are going to be linked in there for you, and you just go there, you just add it to your cart. You don't have to shop for them, anything like that. So hopefully that makes your life easier. So let's get started on this hair process. And if you guys hear a little fluttering in the background, it is my face steamer. Okay, we are starting out by cutting the hair. The reason why I cut the hair, I know I look crazy right now. The reason why I cut the hair is because you have to remember the length that you are going for, where you stop with the actual braiding hair. It is recommended that you use like the deep wave hair after the fact to kind of lengthen the ends. Hopefully that makes sense. If that does not make sense, I will point it out in the video. I was just like not too thrilled to get this hair started, but we went ahead and started it. We finally went ahead and started it. I always start from the back of my head, just to make life easier for me. That way, you know, as it's laying on top of the other, I don't, hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to say. My goodness, I really just am not the best at explaining stuff. Yes, I have tattoos. I know my mom watches this channel, so she's probably like, ah. Anyway, she'll be all right. So as you guys are seeing there, this is how I'm starting out the braid. And you want to make sure that you have a clip handy. That was the first strand of deep wave hair after the second strand of braiding hair. And this is how I do it. So putting that away. And then now we're gonna get ready to moisturize my actual hair where it stops at. And I'm using that Pura, whatever, Pure Natural, like braiding gel. And then this is the third strand of braiding hair. And that third strand, you want it just a little bit thinner than the other ones. I would say maybe about 20 to 25% thinner. That way it just kind of glides with the braid, you know, kind of like the braid starts out like really big and then just kind of ends out fairly thinner. Not too thin, but fairly thinner. Hopefully that makes sense. If you guys are good at braiding, you know what I'm talking about. And for this hairstyle, I used to get it done at the hair braiding place, and I just got tired of having to let them know every single time that I do not want this hairstyle heavy. So if you are also a girly that is not like this hairstyle heavy, that's why I'm suggesting for that last strand of braiding hair that you add onto the hair to make it a little bit thinner. And you're gonna know the difference after your hair is all braided. You know, it's not gonna feel as heavy at the ends as well. So whenever I would go to the hair store, it was always like, you know, I would leave and my hair was just so heavy, and I'm like, you know, it just kind of defeats the purpose of this hairstyle because it's supposed to be free and flowing and not heavy like you guys see there. So this is how I tie my ends. You don't even need hair glue. So you know what, I could have had the option to speed this part up, but I know there's going to be someone out there who is, you know, just starting out with this hairstyle or starting to learn how to braid. So I know like a lot of the videos out there, everything is just like super fast paced, you know, super fast forward. So I just wanted to slow this down for you guys so that, you know, you can actually see what's going on. You can see the whole process. You can see, you know, the sizes of the braids, etc., etc., where I start, where I, you know, feed in the hair. And I know it's a process if you're new at this, but hopefully this video helps you. Sorry, my nose is itchy. But hopefully this video helps you because I remember when I was first learning how to braid and especially learning this hairstyle, it took someone to actually slow it down for me to, you know, figure out what was going on. So, you know, everything's a process. So I'm here for y'all. And then towards the end here, I really want you guys to pay very good attention. So if you are someone that is worried about the unraveling, even whenever it comes to like really bigger braids, I want you guys to pay attention to this part. So as you are getting down further into the braid, right, or to the bottom of the braid, what I start to do is, so now I'm going to move that deep wave hair out of the way, okay, and then I'm kind of to a point where I can feel around the braid. So I'm taking a little bit of hair, putting it into the other section, trying to make everything equal length. I don't know if you guys saw, but some parts of the braiding hair will be just a tad bit shorter. So you want to kind of take some from the other side and do this maybe 3 or 4 times. After you get the hang of it, you'll realize what I'm talking about. And then we're just going to keep going down lower, lower, lower. And then you are going to pull off a little bit of the hair. You're going to see. So once you figure out which one you're going to use to tie the knot, I always go with the longest piece. I take a little bit from that longest piece and you just knot it, pull it in place, and then you use that kind of like braiding jam thing. And that's basically it. Hopefully that made sense. If it did not make sense, please go back and just rewind a little bit. Then you're going to cut off the excess braiding hair and the ends or the beginnings of the deep wave hair. You guys, sorry, I'm doing this voiceover as I'm watching this video. So we got that for the first braid. Now we got this whole hair to do. My goodness. Sometimes just like looking at the playback of this, I'm like, how did I have the strength to do that? It's crazy. But you know what? God got us. God got us. I think I was tired at this point. Oh, y'all, I was so tired. You could see it in my face. I was like, Okay, so you guys, I did not get as far as I wanted to last night just because I was super tired, and I actually took a nap, but then I woke up, 6 hours later? It's the next morning. But today I have got to get this show on the road because I have all this to do. So, not playing around today. Already went to Starbucks, so let's get this started. And then as I kind of work my way up, especially in the center, I am using a little bit bigger, curlier pieces. Sorry you guys, there's construction going on outside. But So here are the curly pieces now that I'm using, and then here is kind of like a strand from the ones that I was using. So it's kind of like double. And the reason why I just kind of like double it up a little bit in the middle, so I kind of like double it up and then I kind of use smaller pieces towards like the end or whatever. And the reason why I do that is because it gives it this fuller effect. If you guys can see, these are just from doing the smaller pieces, and it's fine and dandy, but I need it a little bit fuller, especially for the middle. So let's get the show on the road. I have a timer going and we're gonna see how much we can get done before tonight. I have somewhere to be tonight, so I'm never excited about this. But anyways, I have Netflix going on my laptop, so let's get to it. Told y'all they were doing construction. For the back section, it's going to be the same concept. You guys, if you do not have one of these mirrors, honestly, without this mirror, the mirror is like the star of the show whenever it comes to hair braiding now. But without this mirror, you are looking at an extended amount of more time. So if you have someone to help you part your hair, amazing. I'm jealous of you. Give me their contact information right now. Because honestly, I think parting the hair is just kind of like what makes this process a little bit more tedious. And especially if you're doing the square parts. And I know the square parts make this hairstyle look even that much better. So, anyways, sorry, I just got a text in the same time. It's so much going on, but anyways, same concept for the back area. If you guys do not have this mirror, make sure to invest in one. I think I have it in my Amazon storefront link as well. Yeah, I'm gonna fast forward now. Okay, you guys, so remember in the beginning of the video when I pointed out that you want to make sure to, you know, be aware of the length of the hair, because that deep wave hair is probably going to outlength the braided hair. Hopefully you guys saw it right there. So you guys, by the grace of God, I was finally able to finish up the hair. There we are. Now look at the length. You guys, I was not expecting for it to be that long. I think the longest that I've had this hairstyle done at an actual shop, the longest length that we went to was like 22 inches with the deep wave hair, and I think the braided hair was so much shorter. So now you are going to dip the hair. You guys, if you also do not have one of those, go ahead and invest in one. It is in the hair link on my Amazon page. So how I like to do this is I like to separate it into 2 sections. You could even do 4 sections if you want, just 2 on each side. I just prefer to just do 2 in totality. It makes my life easier. So right here, I'm taking just a little bit of coconut oil. See how much? Just to kind of help smooth things out. I don't like to put in too much oil into the hair, especially right after I just got done braiding it with hair oils. You guys can literally just like watch the rest of the process. So I just like to cut off all the fringes on the ends to just kind of make it look like a natural end. So it's not a blunt cut, especially with the deep wave hair. I never like for it to be a blunt cut unless that's what I'm actually going for. Okay, do you guys see how I separated it with the rubber bands? It just makes it easier for everything to just go in there. You want to make sure you get all of the hair in there, and definitely do not go past where your actual real hair is, because y'all, this water is hot, so you really don't want it on your ends, you know. You don't want it on your ends. The last time I got my hair braided like this at the African hair place, they dipped all the way up. I was like, oh no, I'm never coming back here. You guys, like, my ends were just basically so brittle after I took that hairstyle down. This is one of the things that I love just about being able to just braid your own hair. I know it's hard work, and that's why I make these videos, to just kind of like give y'all momentum, you know, when you're doing your own hair. But you know, there's just something special about just being in your own home, being in your own space, just eating your own snacks, you know, not having to listen to crazy people and their conversations, because you're in your own home and you're doing your own hair, you know. And you could do it however you want. You don't have to, you know, have someone get mad at you for wanting your hair a certain way. So now I'm going in with a lot of body wrap lotion. This just kind of helps everything settle. Y'all, look at that. I did that. That's crazy. So crazy. Sometimes I'm just amazed by myself, but y'all will be amazed by yourself too. So go ahead and do this hairstyle. And this is really it. And honestly, I think this hairstyle lasts me anywhere from, I do take my hairstyles out quite frequently, depending, but I think this hairstyle lasts me anywhere from like 2.5 to like 3.5 weeks. Now, I do not try to like leave my braids in longer than that. I mean, you can leave it in for like a whole month. Go ahead. And you can with this hairstyle. Like, it's not going to tangle. It's still going to look like this. Like, as long as you make sure you are running your hands through it. And that's why I also shared the link for the deep wave hair, because this is my trusted and tried and true deep wave hair that I've been using since literally, I think I started doing this hairstyle in 2022. So literally the same brand, the same hair. I buy it. I literally have it in bulk at home just in case I want to do this hairstyle. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. I hope the tutorial actually helped. And I hope to see you guys on my next video. Thank you guys so much for chiming in. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I adore you guys. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.